Hey everyone, in yet another twist that adds to the controversy surrounding Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, the couple is now caught in a messy dispute with their surrogate, who allegedly broke her non-disclosure agreement NDA over unpaid medical bills. This surrogate, who has chosen to stay anonymous, stepped into the spotlight, sparking a wave of media coverage and criticism aimed at the Sussexes for supposedly not covering their financial responsibilities. This situation raises questions about Meghan and Harry's transparency and brings to light the ethical challenges tied to their surrogacy process. It casts serious doubt on the couple's integrity and how they manage personal matters, which don't seem to match up with the polished public image they aim to maintain. The surrogate's decision to break the NDA feels like more than a contract breach, it's a plea for fairness from someone who believes they've been ignored by two of the world's most well-known public figures. The surrogate's claims of unpaid medical bills, including expenses that reportedly soared during her pregnancy, paint a troubling picture of neglect and broken promises. By choosing to speak out, she risks facing legal consequences, but clearly feels her story needs to be heard, reflecting her frustration and the seriousness of the situation. This isn't just a personal grievance, it sheds light on the often hidden realities of surrogacy arrangements, especially when high-profile people are involved. For Meghan and Harry, who have long presented themselves as advocates for social justice, equality, and ethical conduct, this scandal is jarring. The allegations suggest a sharp disconnect between their public support for human rights and how they've treated someone who played a crucial role in bringing their child into the world. The surrogate's decision to break her silence also highlights the power imbalance that can exist in these types of arrangements. She feels deeply wronged, and her grievances suggest that despite Meghan and Harry's vast wealth and influence, they may have fallen short of their commitments. Her choice to go public not only reveals cracks in the Sussexes' carefully managed image, but also raises important questions about the ethical obligations of those who use surrogacy to grow their families. At the core of this controversy is whether Meghan and Harry truly honored their financial responsibilities, even as their representatives claim all agreements were upheld. The fact that these allegations have come to light suggests otherwise. The surrogate's claims highlight a perceived gap between the couple's public display of wealth and influence and their private actions. Meghan and Harry, who have built their brand around speaking out against injustice, now face accusations of hypocrisy for seemingly failing to fully cover the surrogate's medical expenses. The compassionate and caring image Meghan and Harry present to the world clashes with the reality described by the surrogate, one of broken promises and unpaid financial responsibilities. For them, this isn't just a PR issue, it's a serious reflection on their character and their commitment to the values they often promote. If they can't be trusted to fulfill their obligations to someone who played such an important role in their lives, how can the public trust them to be sincere about the broader social issues they champion? The surrogate's claims reveal a significant gap between the couple's words and their actions, highlighting a troubling pattern of self-interest and neglect. This surrogacy controversy also brings up larger ethical concerns about surrogacy itself, especially when it involves celebrities. The use of surrogacy by high-profile individuals often raises questions about power imbalances, financial exploitation, and the commercialization of reproductive services. In Meghan and Harry's case, the surrogate's allegations show that these concerns aren't just theoretical, they are real and carry serious consequences for everyone involved. Surrogacy, when done ethically and with full respect for the surrogate's rights and well-being, can be a beautiful way to build a family. But when financial disputes and unmet obligations come into play, it raises the issue of exploitation. Meghan and Harry's role in this scandal points to carelessness and a disregard for their surrogate's well-being, directly contradicting their public advocacy for equality and human dignity. Their situation highlights the hidden risks that often come with celebrity surrogacy. The surrogate, feeling vulnerable and powerless, can be easily ignored or silenced when financial problems arise, especially with the legal power celebrities can wield. Her brave decision to break the NDA and speak out against the couple serves as a reminder that even those with immense wealth and influence are not beyond accountability. Meghan and Harry's apparent failure to treat their surrogate with the respect and dignity she deserves has left a deep mark on their reputation, raising serious doubts about their commitment to the principles they publicly champion. The public's reaction to this scandal has been swift and harsh. For many, this latest revelation confirms long-standing suspicions that Meghan and Harry's polished image is more of a facade than reality. Social media has erupted with criticism, with many questioning how a couple that frequently speaks of kindness, compassion, and social responsibility could fail to fairly compensate the woman who helped bring their child into the world. Critics have been quick to highlight the contrast between Meghan and Harry's luxurious lifestyle filled with multi-million-dollar homes, expensive cars, and lavish public appearances, and their apparent hesitation to settle a debt with someone far less privileged. This scandal has only deepened the perception that their advocacy for equality and fairness is more of a crafted narrative than a genuine commitment. Even Meghan and Harry's most loyal supporters are finding it hard to reconcile this behavior with the values the couple claims to uphold. Their insistence that all agreements were honored feels empty in light of the surrogate's personal and distressing story. Public patience with the Sussexes has been wearing thin for a while, and this scandal may be the final straw for many who once stood by them. In response to the surrogate's claims, Meghan and Harry's representatives have said that any outstanding issues will be handled privately. However, this careful response doesn't really address the root of the problem, the clear lack of transparency and accountability in their dealings. For a couple who have built their brand on being open and honest, their reluctance to fully confront the surrogate's allegations is telling. Meghan and Harry's response seems less like a sincere effort to make things right and more like a calculated move to manage the fallout. Their carefully worded statements do little to calm the surrogate's frustrations or address the ethical issues raised by this scandal. The insistence on handling things privately only strengthens the perception that Meghan and Harry are more focused on protecting their image than on making things right with those they've wronged. The Sussexes' response to this crisis reflects a broader pattern of deflection and avoidance. Instead of taking responsibility and addressing the surrogate's concerns directly, they've chosen to hide behind vague promises of resolution. This reluctance to engage with the specifics of the surrogate's claims points to a troubling lack of accountability, a pattern that has become too familiar in their public dealings. This latest scandal is another hit to Meghan and Harry's carefully curated public image. Over the years, they've positioned themselves as champions of the underdog, using their platform to speak up for those who are often overlooked or marginalized. Yet their handling of the surrogacy scandal suggests they might be guilty of the very behavior they often criticize in others. The surrogate's allegations reveal cracks in Meghan and Harry's public image, exposing a couple who appear to exploit their privilege when it suits them. The gap between their public persona and private actions has never been more apparent, and the public is finding it harder to reconcile the two. For Meghan and Harry, this scandal is more than just a personal misstep. It's a crisis of credibility that threatens to unravel everything they claim to stand for. As they try to navigate the fallout, they face a crucial test of their integrity. Will they take real steps to address the surrogate's grievances, or will they continue to rely on carefully crafted statements and legal tactics? The public is watching closely, and how they respond or don't will reveal a lot about who they truly are. Beyond their personal failings, this scandal could shape how they are perceived for years to come. This scandal sheds light on the larger issues of celebrity privilege and accountability. The surrogate's bold choice to break her NDA and speak out against two of the world's most influential public figures is a brave act, highlighting the power dynamics involved. It serves as a stark reminder that even those placed on pedestals are not above the consequences of their actions. Meghan and Harry's situation reflects a broader trend where celebrities are often protected from scrutiny, allowing them to operate without facing real consequences. The surrogate's allegations challenge this system, sparking a public reckoning on how the rich and powerful can manipulate situations to their benefit. This scandal isn't just a personal crisis for Meghan and Harry, it's a call for greater accountability in surrogacy arrangements, especially those involving public figures. The ethical concerns raised in this case go far beyond the Sussexes and demand a closer look at how these agreements are managed in the broader context of celebrity influence and privilege. These issues raise important questions about the responsibilities of those who engage in surrogacy, the rights of surrogates, and the need for greater transparency in these often secretive arrangements. Meghan and Harry's failure to meet their financial obligations to their surrogate is not just a breach of contract, it's a moral shortcoming that reflects poorly on their character and commitment to the values they frequently promote. As the scandal surrounding Meghan and Harry's unpaid bills continues to unfold, it becomes evident that this controversy is much more than a simple financial issue. It's a complicated web of deception, legal disputes, and self-inflicted public relations disasters that threaten to dismantle the carefully crafted image the Sussexes have worked so hard to build. This ongoing drama not only highlights their failure to honor commitments, but also exposes deeper dysfunctions within their brand, their relationship, and their approach to managing crises since stepping back from royal duties. As senior royals, Meghan and Harry presented themselves as a dynamic duo eager to change the world with their unique blend of charisma, compassion, and activism. However, the surrogate scandal has shattered this facade, revealing that much of what they've built may be more about perception than reality. Their high-profile projects, ranging from media deals with Netflix and Spotify to their charitable foundation, often promised much more than they delivered. Now, with the surrogates' allegations of unpaid bills, we see a clear example of how the Sussex brand prioritizes style over substance. The surrogates' grievances highlight the disconnect between Meghan and Harry's public advocacy for human rights and their private actions. The couple, who have positioned themselves as champions of ethical behavior, now face accusations of exploiting a woman who played a crucial role in helping them achieve one of their most personal dreams, having a child. This discrepancy between their public image and private behavior raises important questions about the integrity of the Sussex brand. Is their commitment to social causes genuine, or is it simply a smokescreen to maintain public relevance and secure lucrative deals? This scandal doesn't just tarnish their reputation, it also undermines the very foundation of their business model. Their ability to attract attention and influence relies heavily on public perception, and each misstep erodes the trust they've worked hard to build. The surrogate scandal serves as a stark reminder that no amount of polished PR can conceal the cracks in an empire built on empty promises and self-interest. The surrogate's choice to break her NDA and go public with her claims carries legal consequences that could haunt Meghan and Harry for years. By speaking out, she has not only defied the legal agreements meant to silence her, but has also opened the door to potential lawsuits and damaging court battles for the Sussexes, who are already entangled in numerous legal disputes, including Harry's ongoing lawsuits against British tabloids. This is yet another legal headache they can't afford. The possibility of a court case over the surrogate's unpaid bills poses a significant risk to Meghan and Harry, both financially and reputationally. If the issue goes to trial, it could reveal details about their private lives that they would prefer to keep hidden, further damaging their public image. Legal experts warn that the surrogate's claims could result in a lengthy legal battle that might cost the Sussexes millions and keep the scandal in the news for months, if not years. The potential fallout from such proceedings could be disastrous. Meghan and Harry would have to publicly defend their actions, putting their credibility on trial and exposing them to intense scrutiny. The very people who once supported their choice to step back from royal duties may begin to question the motives and ethics of a couple who seem increasingly out of touch with the values they claim to uphold. One of the most striking contradictions in this scandal is why Meghan and Harry, a couple with reportedly multi-million-dollar deals and access to substantial resources, would allegedly fail to pay their surrogates' medical bills. While the Sussexes often portray themselves as financially independent and comfortably wealthy, this scandal raises questions about their actual financial situation. Could it be that their glamorous lifestyle and public spending habits are concealing deeper financial troubles? Reports suggest that the couple's various ventures, from media deals to public speaking engagements, have not been as profitable as initially anticipated. Their high-profile projects have faced delays, setbacks, and in some cases outright cancellations. The surrogate's claims of unpaid bills add another layer of suspicion. Is this simply a case of negligence, or does it point to cash flow problems that the Sussexes are desperately trying to conceal? If the latter is true, it portrays a couple living beyond their means, struggling to maintain appearances while privately working to manage their finances. Meghan and Harry's extravagant spending, from their lavish Montecito mansion to their costly security arrangements, may be unsustainable, and the unpaid bills to their surrogate could be a sign of a broader financial struggle that they have worked hard to keep hidden. Behind their public smiles and coordinated appearances, their relationship is undoubtedly feeling the strain of mounting scandals. The surrogate's allegations represent more than just a professional crisis. They reflect a deeply personal conflict that strikes at the heart of their family life. For a couple who have presented themselves as a united front against the world, this latest controversy may reveal underlying tensions that have been simmering for some time. Harry, often seen as the supportive partner in their high-profile marriage, now finds himself entangled in a scandal that raises questions not only about his financial management but also about his integrity as a father and a husband. Meanwhile, is facing renewed scrutiny regarding her role in their decision-making processes and the influence she has over Harry. The public fallout from the surrogate scandal could deepen existing strains in their marriage, pushing them further into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. The couple's handling of the surrogate's claims may also reveal differing approaches to crisis management. Meghan's tendency to control the narrative could clash with Harry's desire to protect their family's privacy, creating tension between their public and private lives. This struggle between managing the story and dealing with the fallout might be creating a rift that is hard to bridge. As they navigate this latest scandal, the cracks in their partnership may become more apparent, leading to questions about how strong their bond really is under the pressure of constant public scrutiny. Meghan and Harry's journey from respected royals to polarizing public figures has been marked by a series of scandals. Each controversy chips away at the goodwill Meghan and Harry once enjoyed. The surrogate scandal is just the latest in a long line of issues that have shifted public perception from admiration to skepticism. Where they were once seen as a refreshing, modernizing force within the royal family, they are now often viewed as opportunistic and self-serving. This transformation carries significant implications for their future projects and endeavors. Their ability to command attention, secure lucrative deals, and influence public discourse relies heavily on maintaining a positive image, but the ongoing scandals are quickly eroding their credibility. Meghan and Harry's once reliable narrative of overcoming adversity and challenging outdated norms is now overshadowed by the sense that they are constantly wrapped up in drama, much of it of their own making. The surrogate's decision to speak out only amplifies this feeling of disillusionment among the public. Many are starting to see Meghan and Harry not as inspirational figures, but as celebrities who have lost touch with reality, driven more by ego and entitlement than by genuine compassion. The ongoing narrative of victimhood, which has been central to Meghan and Harry's public persona, now feels increasingly hollow as their actions consistently fail to match their words. The media's role in the surrogate scandal cannot be overlooked. From the beginning, Meghan and Harry have often portrayed themselves as victims of an intrusive and biased press. However, in this case, the media's coverage of the surrogate's allegations has been crucial in holding the couple accountable. The relentless reporting on the scandal has made it impossible for Meghan and Harry to simply ignore the issue, forcing them to face the public fallout in real time. Yet this media attention also raises ethical questions about reporting on such deeply personal matters. While the surrogate's claims deserve to be acknowledged, the intense scrutiny risks sensationalizing her situation and turning a legitimate grievance into a tabloid spectacle. For Meghan and Harry, who have long criticized the media's influence on their lives, this scandal represents a painful irony. The very platform they often criticize has become one of the few places where they are being held accountable. The surrogate's choice to break her confidentiality agreement and share her story with the media reveals the shifting power dynamics. Meghan and Harry are not controlling the story this time, and their efforts to downplay or dismiss the surrogate's claims have only sparked more interest from the press. This situation serves as a clear reminder that no amount of public relations can shield powerful individuals from the repercussions of their actions, especially when those actions affect the lives and well-being of others. With their public image in decline and legal challenges increasing, Meghan and Harry are at a crucial turning point. How they respond to the surrogate's accusations will likely influence not only the outcome of this scandal, but also shape their public lives in the future. Will they take responsibility, make amends, and try to rebuild their credibility, or will they keep deflecting, denying, and doubling down on their victim narrative? For Meghan and Harry, the path to redemption requires more than just a carefully crafted statement or a quiet settlement behind the scenes. It needs a real change in how they view their public roles and private responsibilities. They must understand that their actions have real-world consequences and that being public figures means they have a duty to act with integrity, especially when it comes to those who are vulnerable or without a voice. Ultimately, the surrogate scandal is a test of Meghan and Harry's character. It's an opportunity for them to show that they are more than just celebrities seeking attention, and that they truly care about the people who have played important roles in their lives. However, to achieve this, they first need to face the uncomfortable truth their actions, not just their words, define how the world sees them. Reflecting on Meghan and Harry's ongoing scandals brings a sense of disillusionment. Here are two individuals who once had the world at their feet, with a platform that could have been used to champion real causes, promote meaningful change, and redefine what it means to be modern royals. Instead, they seem stuck in an endless cycle of drama, contradictions, and self-inflicted wounds that continually undermine their credibility. What stands out most is how Meghan and Harry's actions often contradict the values they claim to uphold. They position themselves as advocates for compassion, equality, and human rights. Yet their response to the surrogate's allegations shows a troubling lack of accountability and empathy. This situation goes beyond unpaid bills. It's about integrity and the importance of practicing what you preach. If they can't honor their commitments to someone who played such a personal role in their lives, it's difficult to take their public advocacy seriously. The constant public grievances, legal battles, and relentless focus on their own victimhood are exhausting not just for their audience, but I can imagine for them as well. Instead of moving forward and embracing their new life, they seem stuck in a cycle of blame and deflection, never truly taking responsibility for their own choices. Each scandal feels like another missed chance for growth, pulling them further away from the positive impact they could be making. In my view, Meghan and Harry's story has turned into a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ego and the risks of living in a bubble of their own making. They have the means and the platform to do so much good, yet they appear intent on squandering it in pursuit of personal grievances and public validation. Until they confront their own flaws and genuinely work to align their actions with their words, they will continue to be defined not by their potential, but by their disappointments. It's frustrating to watch, but it also serves as a reminder that even those who seem to have it all can become their own worst enemies. Meghan and Harry face a choice. They can keep traveling down this path of self-destruction, or they can finally take a step back, reevaluate, and start living up to the ideals they often preach for their sake and for those who still believe in their potential. I truly hope they choose the latter. That wraps up the main content for today. Now, I'd love to hear your opinion. Please comment below to share your thoughts with me and everyone else. Thank you all for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Goodbye, and see you again soon.